Hello everyone! Today we're looking at some silly little girls piercing their silly little ears in some silly little bathrooms. Let's begin the video. Before we start the video, I would like to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, and that is Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creatives. On Skillshare, you can explore new skills, deepen current passions, and get lost in creativity. With classes ranging from film and video to photography to even marketing, there is something for everyone. And what's great is that there is no ads because it is curated specifically for learning. Skillshare is always bringing out new premium classes, so there is something for any type of creativity you are looking for. One of the current classes that I am doing is Digital Illustration Learn to Use Procreate by Jerome Vogel. I really want to get back into drawing and get really good at it, and I've found that Procreate is the place to be, and this class shows you a wide range of ways to use it from a basic to an advanced level, so I'm gonna get amongst that. So if you are interested in joining Skillshare, I have a link down below that you can click. For the first 1,000 of my subscribers to click this, you will be able to get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Thank you so much, Skillshare, and let's get into the video. The distress on her face. Oh no! Oh! I find it so triggering when someone grabs like the hands of someone who's piercing, grabs anything of someone who is piercing. I can't stand it because it's some people you can tell they're gonna grab something and you're like, no, hands down. You like kind of scream at them. You're like, hands down, don't do it. Because you can see them coming up to grab them and you're like, get your goddamn hands out of here. That's one thing we don't like. I don't love seeing hands coming at me to come and get me like a big crocodilian. This is so tacky. It looks like they're in a high school bathroom or something. Oh my God. Talk about sanitary. Oh shit! She was literally sitting on a public dunny. That was sickening. Yuck! It doesn't get any cleanlier than that, does it? I love the little and the clamps that are being used for this. Ooh! It's not what a septum should sound like. It definitely hasn't gone through the right spot. Yeah, these clamps definitely aren't supposed to be used to pierce septums. You can either do septums free-handed. There are specific like septum clamps you can use, which would have made this way easier. And that snap, crackle, and pop definitely shouldn't have happened. Piercings in the school bathroom. Oh, 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 no, no, no. Wow. Is this a TikTok trend right now? Public school core. I definitely know of girls who did this in the toilets. However, when I was in high school, we didn't have access to these piercing kits. I mean, I'm not about it at all. It's still filthy as fuck. But at least they have access to these like sterile needles. The jewelry definitely wasn't sterilized, but in high school, girls were piercing themselves with, like, they would literally steal, they would steal, and if you're watching this video, you know who you are. It was definitely some of my friends who did it. They would steal the pins from the home economics, like, classroom, so like the sewing rooms, the pin with the little circle thing on top. They would steal the pins. A few girls like pierced their lips with them, and they had their lips pierced for ages after that. I was always terrified of doing it though. I read so many like forums and stuff online about everything that can go wrong with piercings if you do them yourself, and if they get infected, like your cartilage shattering. I read all about it. I knew about this stuff long before, and I was like, I will not have some dirty little hands coming towards me with a dirty little home economics sewing pin. They would pierce it towards the end of the day. There was only one class left, so it was during like the last lunch break. Then go into class, and I remember one girl, she was sitting there going like this. It's because she had a fucking pin in her mouth. She was sitting there with the pin poking like inside, so it had the ball on the outside, so it sort of looked like jewelry, I suppose, like a ball on top. That is filthy, but it also is terrifying. But a lot of people did it. I feel like we were way more ruthless because we didn't have access to these things. So you're not hardcore unless you live hardcore. And these girls in this bathroom on TikTok not hardcore. And also the girls who I knew who did that, they would come in the next day and they didn't have libret bars in there. Instead, they would literally get like just butterfly back earrings, and they had like the butterfly back sitting in there. But also there would be a butterfly back and then you'd have like the post sticking out of the butterfly back, if that makes sense. So like it'd still be like scratching on your gums and your teeth and just like super uncomfortable. And then they kept those piercings, so I do not advise. Don't know how they didn't get infected as fuck, but yeah, wow, that happened when I was in high school.
Things that turn Carl Weezer on to the max. Part 1. Croissant.
Ha 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 ha. Mustache jewelry, I feel like it was a huge thing in like 2012, 2011 maybe. And everyone had these. Everyone was wearing the septum jewelry. And if you had a stretched septum, of course, you had a larger one. And everyone was also getting the mustache tattoos. The amount of people who have mustaches there that it's like, you went along with the trend in 2012. How exciting and quirky of you. I'm sorry, I sound like such a bitch, but like, it happened. It shouldn't have happened. I wish it never happened. Just fucking grow a real mustache, right? The biker guy off SpongeBob, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, when he's like, that's not a mustache. This is a mustache. And then the big mustache like pops out of his face.
This is what a real mustache looks like.
That's what I would like to actually see. Get a fucking real mustache tattooed on here. Would love to see it. More piercings in school? What are these people doing? This is the dumbest shit ever. Yuck. Why is everyone sitting on the dunny? It's yucky. Oh, wow. Oh. How do these schools just like not even realize this shit is happening? My friend was piercing someone at school. She for real a hustler. Oh, that is not how you pierce a navel. Oh, struggle street. Like, that needle certainly needed to be lubed up, but also it shows in the way that the needle's being used. It shouldn't be that hard to push a needle through a navel. Sure, they can be tough sometimes, but they're definitely, it's not that hard. These needles are sharp as hell. We could have used a little bit of lubricant on that, but also hilarious that this person's ID is just sitting in the photo too. I'm fairly sure if that was my school when I was in high school and you had your ID on the video, let alone you were posting a video in school, like everyone would be expelled. So like, I'm surprised that this can go ahead. Here's a video of what it looked like afterwards.
So this is an update on the belly piercing that we did in the video. How do you feel?
I like it.
Wow, it's definitely not positioned properly. It's like off center and it's looking red. How is this person not expelled? Is all I can say. From my high school experience, you would not be allowed to go to that school anymore. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give me a like down below and subscribe to my channel if you're new here, and I'll be back very soon. Bye!